It was 5 a.m., New York City, still asleep, under the fog of a winter morning, when people began noticing a boy sprinting across the Brooklyn Bridge. His name was Ethan Miller, 17 years old, thin frame, hoodies pulled tight, sneaker pounding against the cold concrete. He ran like his life depended on it, and then he disappeared into the city. The next day, same time, same bridge, same boy. Day after day, week after week, month after month, rain, snow, or storms. It did not matter. Ethan was there, running. At first, commuter thought it was just a teenager training for track, but then they realized he was not carrying water, was not listening to music, was not even dressed like an athlete. He just ran every single day. For 2 straight years, people started calling him the bridge runner. Some admired him, some mocked him, some did not care at all. But nobody knew why. One icy December morning, a man shouted, "Kid, why do you run every day?" Ethan did not answer. He just lowered his head and kept going. Another woman tried stopping him with a hot cup of coffee, but he ran past her. Tourists took photos. Joggers joined him for a while, but always dropped out. Ethan never slowed, never stopped, and still no one knew the reason. What no one saw was Ethan's reality outside the bridge. At school, he was quiet, almost invisible. Teachers called his name but rarely got answers. His grades slipped, his friends drifted away. At home, his mother worried, "Ethan, why do you keep exhausting yourself like this? It's dangerous in the cold." But Ethan would just smile faintly and say, "I have to, Mom. I just have to." Every night, before he fell asleep, Ethan would stare at a photo taped above his bed, a photo of his little sister, Lily, laughing with the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. Lily was just 11 when she passed away from a rare illness. On her last day, weak and tired, in the hospital bed, she whispered to Ethan, "You promised me, when I get better, we will run across the bridge together every morning, right?" Ethan squeezed her hand and said, "I promise." But she never got better. So Ethan decided that if Lily could not run, he would run for her every single day until he could not anymore. For 2 years, Ethan carried that promise like fire in his chest. Some mornings he ran with tears freezing on his face. Some morning his legs ached so bad he thought about stopping. But every time he imagined Lily running beside him, smiling, laughing, free, and he kept going. One morning, on the anniversary of Lily's passing, Ethan collapsed at the end of bridge. Passers-by rushed to help him for the first time. His secret came out. A tourist found the worn-out notebook in his hoodie's pocket. Inside were sketches of Lily, the words "for her," "always," and a tally of every day he had run. That story went viral. Newspapers called him the boy who runs for a promise. News anchors cried telling his story. Thousands of people started showing up on the bridge every morning to cheer him on. But Ethan did not care about the cameras, the fame, or the attention. He cared about one thing, keeping his promise to Lily. 2 years later, on a bridge spring morning, Ethan stood at the center of the bridge. 2 years later, on a bridge spring morning, Ethan stood at the center of the bridge, exhausted but smiling. For the first time in years, he stopped running. He pulled Lily's photos from his pocket, kissed it, and whispered, "We did it." He had run every day for 730 days straight, through storms, through pains, through loneliness, and in doing so, he taught the world something unforgettable, that promises matter, that love is stronger than excuses, that discipline can turn grief into strength. When Ethan finally shared his story in an interview, he said something that shook millions of hearts across America. "I am not special. I am just a kid who kept his words. We all lost people. We all lost battles. But every step I took reminded me, even when someone is gone, love keeps you moving. And sometimes the only way to heal is to run through the pain instead of away from it." Ethan's story became bigger than just a boy and a bridge. School invited him to speak about resilience. Running groups across the country started. Promise runs for lost loved ones and ordinary people who had been stuck, broken, grieving, began moving again, because Ethan proved something simple yet powerful. No matter how heavy life feels, no matter what you have lost, you can keep going. Pain does not have to end you, it can shape you.